Hello, hello. Bl'Artagnan here with Dimensions and Transcendence Tier 3 Reckoning. This is the big one, the final stage of this new Transcendence tier. Before we get into it, please be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below letting me know how you did, what you think about the stage, what you think about this team, or maybe just I don't know, give me your favorite knock-knock joke. I'm up for anything, really. So, this fight, it's a little bit more... in my last video I said that the second crucible I think gave players the most problems because there's something of a uncontrollable factor in terms of what kind of attack the boss will use. Technically this fight actually is the one that gave me the most trouble. The main reason for that though is because I tried bringing 9 to it originally, underestimating the number of HP attacks they were going to be throwing at me. And it turns out that 9 doesn't quite mitigate enough HP damage to survive back-to-back all attacks from these doofuses. Luckily, Galuf does. So we have here Galuf, Serah, and Golbez. Actually the same team I used for the second Crucible. But it'll get the job done. That's actually a weird one. I'm pretty sure they were supposed to use an all attack there, but I think I brought them below their health threshold so quickly that they automatically went into their into a different attack. Not sure how that works. In any case, we're doing just fine here. Kind of annoying that they keep, you know, buffing themselves and pushing off Golbez in peril, things like that. But Golbez is keeping us. Galuf is keeping us plenty safe. There I go again, messing up G starting characters. Golbez is just going to chuck meteors at them. Just having a real relaxed time as far as Transcendence Reckonings go. Like, really, kind of. I don't want to say disappointed because honestly, I appreciated the change of pace, but it was just surprising. It was like, oh wow, they don't try to kill us when they hit HP thresholds. They don't go past HP damage reduction. Alright, the turn count isn't that strict. Alright, whatever floats your boat, guys. Okay, I did lie. There's one mechanic that we need to watch out for. I suppose I should have admitted that. They take... do they take reduced damage? Because I feel like he just dealt full damage to them there. Yeah, I don't think... Okay, there we go. Reduce brave damage. There it is. I knew it was there somewhere. So we're going to go ahead and let Galuf ignore these guys for a second. The one mechanic we do have to do, this is what I was talking about. We only have one of this kind of thing. And what this thing is in this case is you need to launch them, and they're taking reduced brave damage, and you need to deal 100,000 damage in midair with the launch. So we're going to go ahead and use Ramza here. Deal basically no damage, but we have them all batteried up, so it's all good. So the concentration's broken, the shield is gone. So I'm actually going to cover Golbez here, even though my EX buff is falling off, to make sure we're batteried enough that Serah can go ahead now and launch with full battery so we deal the damage we want to do. There we go. 250k. There we go. Concentration broken. These guys are basically... they're done dealing damage to us. We could just not talk about how I forgot to reapply Golbez's LD earlier. I was thinking of making an excuse and saying it was to, reapply the Imperil when I knew they were going to cleanse, but honestly, I just forgot for a turn. This is a fight where you can afford to make a few mistakes. So, here comes the big Spear Ray, dealing some damage there. And again, because this is their first Spear Ray, it's not Spear Ray Plus, we can afford to just kind of eat it. So we'll go ahead and hit. And you'll see I have Arciela there because, once again, I wasn't sure if I could just take 2 Spear Ray Pluses to the face, so I wanted to have a bit of safety in that regard. I also noticed there are a fair number of Brave gains in this part of the fight, so I wanted to try to neutralize that as well. More meteors. Still dealing a meaty chunk of damage. I think that's what I like about Golbez, is his damage stays pretty consistently high the whole fight. There are some characters who, because they don't take advantage of weakness damage the way he does, their damage can fall off later in the fight, but he pretty much hits like a truck the entire time. Granted, I don't even know if these guys have the normal damage reduction you see in Lufania. Like, I'm a little bit, like, baffled by how easy this fight was, but anyway, I shouldn't be jinxing things like that. You don't say you start calling things easy and suddenly they're going to slap us in the face again with some kind of crazy difficult thing. There we go, breaking them with the AoE hits from Glare Hand. If you're going to be using Golbez, you generally spam his skill 1 because it does a bit more damage overall between the two enemies. You use skill 2 if you need to shave AoE, or if you need to reapply the Dark Imperil and his LD or EX aren't available or convenient to use. It's Golbez 101. Very complicated character, a lot of nuance to the kid. He doesn't just, there's more to him than just punching things really hard. That is not true. He's just a big armored doofus. Love him so much. Now, these snaky dudes. Oh, they got funny little faces. The snakes, not the weird faceless meteors. That's honestly, these guys, they look pretty weird overall, but the snakes themselves are kind of funny looking. They're not as upsetting to look at as the Chapter 3 Medusas, I'll give them that. And they're definitely not as upsetting as those goddamn Hot Wheels. Ugh, still have nightmares about those things. Oh, Jesus. What other snake-based things have we dealt with? There's the centipedes. Those aren't really snakes, but they're also very upsetting, I found. Oh, the needle snakes from Boss Rush. Yeah, those guys suck too. These might be the first snake-related things that I haven't hated. Which is funny, because I don't have an issue with snakes. It's just, for some reason, when they show up in this game... Dystopia Clay hates birds. He has a long-standing and well-documented rivalry isn't the right word, hatedom of birds. I guess snakes are my thing. Why does it have to be snakes? I say as I bully the stage into the ground. So, I'm pretty sure there's an HP regen orb somewhere in this fight. We have Galuf. It doesn't really matter. There we go, below their first threshold. So these guys also have a mechanic, a threshold mechanic. I was kind of talking about how few of those we've seen. But it's not a tremendous thing I'm worried about here, because the mechanic is they get frame turns which don't affect their break delay. My assumption is it makes it so that they can't be delayed or deleted. Maybe they can be deleted. I honestly didn't even look that hard, because I figured I wasn't using a team that was going to rely on either of those mechanics. But we dropped the Arciela LD there, because I figured these guys were going to battery as part of this threshold-based all attack. They hit basically for nothing, which is nice. I think between Serah's attack down and any battery they would have gotten being cut off. I couldn't see any green numbers, but I don't know. It feels customary when these days when a boss has a big FU attack, it usually has battery associated with it. As you can see, I've done extensive research on this outstandingly difficult fight. Galuf continuing to pull his weight, by the way. I hope that you managed to pick him up. I mean, we just got Warrior of Light's LD boards. He's another fantastic tank who I would have been happy to bring here if I didn't feel like bringing Galuf. I brought Galuf over Warrior of Light, mostly for the HP regen, but in large part because I just felt like being a hipster and using someone other than one of the signature banner units. I can't help it. It's in my blood. It's in my genetics. I come from a long line of hipsters. Did I forget to do the like, subscribe, shill thing? I probably did. This is pretty late in the video. If you're here, thanks. I didn't expect you to get this far. Hit the like button? Yeah, let's go with that. It's good for the algorithm. It makes my day better. Anywho. So not too much to report here. We're basically just punching them real hard while Galuf invalidates most of their mechanics. Including both the orb and their attempts to damage us. Stay hydrated, by the way. And now we get down to their next threshold. So they're going to delay again. We've got a big attack coming our way. I think Arciela's LD has fallen off at this point, which is a little bit scary. A little stressed by that, but I think we can find a way to work around it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can deal with this all attack coming our way. So I make a bit of a goof here, a bit of a mistake. I don't know if you noticed what I just did there, but I pressed the wrong call button and didn't notice. I was going to use the Iroha call for the burst phase, but I definitely pressed the regular call, which does a lot less than the LD call. So I'm hitting hard and think, yeah, this is going great. This is going, oh yeah, I'm hitting this good. Wait a second, that was a little bit less damage than I expected to see. Okay, wait, no, wait, what color's the, fuck me. I was kind of tempted to reset so that you wouldn't see that, because it's a pretty silly mistake to make. But as you're going to see, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. We're getting pretty darn close there. We've breaking him and all that. I figure I might as well use it now. So I use Black Fang here specifically without going to summon because I want to make sure that they try to use their AoE HP attack while Golbez's BT effect is on the field. I don't feel like coming out of summon and getting like smacked by it. So that's the mindset there. I kind of like that Golbez's BT is defensive like this because I know a lot of BTs are purely kill them until they're dead, and there's a lot of validity to that. But there's something nice about being able to set it, say for 4 of my turns, you don't get to kill us. So even if you're like your ending phase is some kind of bullshit I kill you move for the last 50% or something like that, we don't care. You take your turns. We're gonna mess you up. And LD instead of EX take advantage of the Iroha call, and there we have it. Transcendence Tier 3 Reckoning out of the way. A little bit flippant here, I guess. Sorry if that distracted from your enjoyment of the video. I do hope you enjoyed this run. Thank you for sticking with me to the end if you did. I will see you in the next video. Adios.